Find any reason, whatever, for if you're going to play badly. So this will be the first one that's coming. It's too silly, it's the ground's too hard. So anyway, I'm going.
Alright mate, cheers. Good afternoon everybody and welcome to the Honest Apprentice Stadium for this FA Women's National League Division 1 clash between Leeds United and Stockport County. Two news today then, starting with our visitors, Stockport. In goal, number 1, Freya Heath. Number 2, Emma Lysons. Number 3, Molly Newton. Number 4, Gemma Lancaster. Number 5, Fran Davis. Number 6, Kennedy Owen. Number 7, Levi Rathburn. Number 8, Olivia Greenall. Number 11, Courtney Sawmore. Number 12, Olivia Wilson. And number 14, Jess Brady. And subs for Stockport, Jess Battle, Darcy Bancroft, Aisha Tangu, Millie Tutton and Maria Figueiredo. For Leeds United, starting in goal, number 1, Harry Simpson. Number 2, and captain, Shauna Legg. Number 5, Lucy Turner. Number 6, Alice Hughes. Number 8, Ellie Dobson. Number 9, Jess Russo. Number 11, Drew Green. Number 14, Amy Woodruff. Number 20, Darcy Green. 22, Ellie White, and number 44, Beth Guy. The subs for Leeds today are 13, Charlotte Oakes, 7, Sarah Danby, 10, Kath Smith, 19, Ruby Waldron, and 21, Chan Gabriel Keating. Referee today is Charlotte Jack Smith, who is assisted by Daniel McKee and Matthew Blaney. Please welcome onto the field, Stockport County and your Leeds United.
Good afternoon and welcome to LUTV's coverage as Leeds United women are back in action this afternoon as they are back at the Bannister Prentice Stadium. It's a home clash against Stockport County ladies as they look to try and finish as high as possible in the league table. This is officially one of their games in hand. They've only played 19 compared to others around them on 20, and we'll get the usual pre-match handshakes between the two teams before we can bring you all into our coverage and discuss some of the tactics and the stats with our co-commentator Bridie Hannon. We'll go through the teams first. Simon Wood's starting 11 is Carrie Simpson and goal. Then Shauna Legg, who will captain the team today. Lucy Turner, Alice Hughes, Ellie Dobson, Jess Russo, Drew Green, Amy Woodruff, Darcy Green, Ellie White and Beth Guy. And the bench is Charlotte Oates, Sarah Danby, Kath Smith, Ruby Waldron and Sian Jibril Keating. As for Stockport County and Steve O'Hara's team, it is Heap, Lysons, Newton, Lancaster, Davis, Owen, Rathburn, Greenhalgh, Small, Wilson and Brady, then Battle, Bancroft and Sangu, Tutton and Figueiredo. So Stockport are 8th in the table, 10 points behind Leeds United, who sit in 5th. Leeds, though, after sitting top at Christmas, have been unable to sustain that form and now fallen 13 points behind the league leaders Cheadletown and Middlesbrough. But with 3 games left, there's an opportunity to gain those 9 points, try and finish as high as 3rd should results go in their favour. And a bit of a different formation today, we believe, with a 3-4-1-2, trying a few tactics out. Simon Wood alongside me, delight to say once again, is Bridie Hannon. And the weather on the eye, temperature decent, the wind very problematic, so the players are going to have to adjust. Bridie, it's very open is the pitch and very exposed, so they've got to adjust, but the pitch is in a bit more greener coverage than we've had in previous weeks. And what is it like as a player? You know, you've been in a team like this where the dream is promotion. Sadly, that is not going to be the rest of the aim this season. But you've still got aspirations to finish as high as you can, and you've got a new formation. Does that bring excitement, you feel, today for the players?
Yeah, it can do. I mean, being back at home is a massive boost anyway. Having the fans there again will give the players a massive boost. And like you say, at this stage of the season, when you know you're not going to get promoted, it feels like what you're playing for. But you're playing for that badge that you've got on the chest, and you know you've just got to put your all in every single game. And like you say, you know you can finish a respective 3rd should other results go our way. But yeah, poor result last week against Barnsley, and you know this is a winnable game for us. We've got a fantastic starting lineup today, and some fantastic subs who can come on and make a difference. I mean, you know, Kath Smith's got 10 goals this season. She's on the bench, and Sarah Danby's got 3. Sian's got 3 goals. You know, these are players that are going to want to add to the tally for the next few games. But yeah, hopefully a big 3 points. Like you say, it is a little bit windy, so we'll just have to try and keep the ball on the deck and just play football as well as we can do. If we play to our potential, this should hopefully be a comfortable 3 points.
Yeah, fingers crossed that is the case as Charlotte gets back into the group for a last word to her teammates. So yeah, defeat to Barnsley last time out, 3-2. Last home game was a 3-0 win against Norton and Stockton Ancient. Stockport come into this on the back of a 4-1 defeat to Chorley. They've conceded 8 in 2 away games. A 2-2 draw between the pair last time in September. Leeds thought they'd won that, and it was right at the death when Stockport got an equaliser. Leeds have won 5 in 7 at home with 3 clean sheets. Stockport have lost 9 on the road in all competitions, haven't travelled well this year, and they've conceded 3 or more 7 times on the road. So we hope, if the stats are going to run true, of course football doesn't work like that, but you can look at some form and suggest there'll be a pattern to develop. If it continues, Leeds may well get some joy, but let's find out and have our fingers crossed for that to happen. As an early touch in midfield for Leeds, and Hughes will now release Darcy Green on the left edge, and the wind behind. I saw that fall patch on Friday. Leeds Manchester United under 21s. Quite simply, as the cliche goes, a game of 2 halves. With the wind behind, long balls down the line were just sailing out of play. And wind against, of course, the opposite. Stockport try and get past Darcy Green with a good block. She gets possession for a split second, knocks it out for a throw.
It's interesting that Maria Figueiredo on 5 goals for Stockport this season. She's actually one of their danger players, and she causes a lot of problems, and she has done against us for years, to be honest. But she's on the bench, so I'm not sure if she's got a knock or something. But yeah, it looks like they've got a slightly different team from last time, so it'll be interesting to see how they get on today.
Yeah, ball into midfield, a heavy touch from the number 8, which was Greenhalgh, allows Leeds to get in. Hughes was expecting Woodruff to make a run in behind, but she could only watch it sail past her. Wilson for Stockport tries to play the ball down the line, does so successfully. Plays it into the feet of the 14 of Brady, who early doors looks for a quick fire pass. Leg sweeping up, gets it away from trouble. Very effective work from the Leeds defender, and a quick fire 1-2 from Leeds in midfield gets them on the attack. A ball for Woodruff to chase into the channel, often what she relishes. Russo is trying to get in the box. That's a really nice touch from Woodruff to try and tee up a teammate. Coming on the attack was White. Edge of the box was an opportunity for Drew Green to get involved. She couldn't get a touch that helped Leeds on their way, but just a small glimpse of what having a strike partnership does. You have one in the box, one waiting. Leeds have often played one up front all season, and then there was an extra supporting run from White, but all of that down to Woodruff's touch that opened up the space, Brady.
Yeah, it did. It started all the way back from Shauna Legg, didn't it? Playing out to the right-hand side, and then a quick 1-2 with Alice Hughes, and then a great ball down the right-hand side. And Amy Woodruff had quite a lot to do there because she had a defender right near her, but she did really well to get past a marker and play the ball in. But yeah, it would have been nice for that to go in the back of the net.
Looking for Woodruff was the long searching pass. It's going to fall to White, who goes for an ambitious effort early doors, and she could have brought it down, but an element where it sat up pretty for her. Quick glance at goal, and sometimes that isn't the worst idea to try and test your arm, but 3 minutes in, they need a new ball to goalkeeper Freya Heap due to the venom that was put on the shot. Yeah,
it's nice to see Ellie White back in a Leeds shirt. Obviously, she's played a pre-season match against Doncaster Rovers Bells and got injured, and then we just saw her in the gym most of the time at Thorpe Arch, just working on a rehab. So it's nice that she's been able to get fit and get back playing for these last few games of the season, because she's a very good player, and obviously we've not yet seen it yet because she's not been playing, but great to have her back.
Yeah, Darcy Green tricks her way forward. She was looking for the run of White, who had hoped the ball would be played into her path, intercepted by Stockport. So the corner to be taken by Leeds is number 22, Ellie White.
I'm feeling a goal here, Tom. Alice Hughes header.
So there's no commentator's curse, as it's a good delivery right to the far post, and it is towards the head of Hughes, who will go for a second bite of the cherry. If I'd have gone in, I'd have been asking Brady for next week's lottery numbers, but just shows you know what you're on about. Well, exactly why you sat here.
She scored a really good goal last week against Barnsley, similar kind of delivery and really good header, but yeah, wasn't to be on that occasion. But she'll go again. She'll be fancying it today.
Yeah, it was a very good delivery. It plays it short. The layoff wasn't the best back to it. Quite interesting to note she was setting that up left-footed. And deflection actually goes Leeds' way. The fact that White wasn't expecting that suggests that maybe the ricochet went off against her leg.
I've never been a fan of short corners. I think I'm yet to see one that's worked.
Yeah, I mean, the space was there. The pass, of course, not executed. We'll see if they get the opportunity to improve that later in the game, as there's a foot race now between Drew Green and the number 3 of Newton, who's originally turned away from trouble but then can only play it inside to Greenhalgh and keep possession with Kamal and go back, and a touch from Russo. Risky pass at the back with Jess Russo lurking, but cleared away by Heap. Wasn't the best connection. The wind takes control as well, and that's the conditions that Leeds will have to face in the second half. Good work from Woodruff, gets away from trouble. Was looking for that ambitious ball in, and I was going to say the bounce might be awkward. It was, and Freya Heap took a slight step back. I mean, that would have been a bizarre goal for Naomi Woodruff And I do believe at first glance, with the way that ball was spinning, that might have been going in. She had to make a save.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that ball was to initially. It certainly wasn't a shot, but yeah, the bounce nearly caught the goalkeeper out then. So that would have been a freak goal had it have gone in. But yeah, we got a corner out of it, so let's hope we can capitalise on it.
Here's the left foot delivery of White. While she's over, hit it. The eye-catching thing is that you've got a player that can take two different corners with opposite feet, and I'm not being patronising. It's that there is not many levels you see that junior football, men or women, and even in the professional game, there's normally players that have to play the certain side. So it's certainly an asset that she can bring to the party. Just got to adjust for the wind, as here is Russo. Woodruff makes the run in behind. Kind of carefully played to Darcy Green. Amazing run here, tries to put it on a plate for Woodruff, just intercepted at the back. Good work by the number 5 of Davis for Stockport County Ladies, who will now bring it clear.
Yeah, it's been a promising first 7 minutes, hasn't it? We've certainly put their defenders under the cosh a little bit, and their goalkeeper's definitely been the busier of the two.
Turning back to Simpson, who clears away. Could hear the shout of pressure from the Stockport County bench.
Yeah, I think it's things like that, Tom, we just need to tidy up a little bit. Carrie's obviously right-footed, and we've played it to a left foot, which has then caused the throw-in. Hopefully nothing will come of it, but it's just things like that we just need to tidy up. It seems to be bouncing quite high.
Yeah, I mean, pitch is very firm. Does go through the motions, this pitch, throughout the season with the difference in conditions. It's either firm or a bit of a swamp, as Russo goes wide towards Drew Green, looking to return the pass towards Woodruff. It only trickle into the hands of Freya Heat. But yeah, I mean, conditions are going to take the players, you'd like to think, just maybe 10 minutes to adjust. You've got the wind in the face of Stockport, and then opposite will be the case for Leeds in the second half. They're enjoying being able to put their foot through the ball, but can't be putting too much on it. As you say, there was a wicked bounce defensively for Leeds to adjust to there. Met by the head of White. Smart play from Darcy Green to control it rather than just play it quickly. Searching ball down the line for White, who's been able to run into the channel. She goes early with the delivery, looking for Russo, and it puts Stockport on notice, but it was well dealt with by Lancaster. And again, you've got, you don't always have to have Russo Woodruff as the runner, allowing White to be like almost like a free roamer, really. She's run from deep, she's been the first player forward there. That allowed you to have two players in the box as the corner comes to nothing. But yes, certainly for Leeds, it's added a different dimension to the attack. Do you think, Brady?
It seems a lot different, whether it's the personnel or whether it's the formation. But Ellie White certainly made a fast start. She seems to be all over, doesn't she? And like you said, left-footed, right-footed. It was a good ball in. I think had there have been a bounce before that defender, it would have made it a lot more difficult for her. But the main thing is we're getting the bodies in the box, so I'm feeling confident today. Well, I said that yesterday for the Leeds and Swansea, so I need to be careful what I say today.
Yeah, Woodruff can't keep it in play and just about trickles over the line.
Yeah, this league very much feels like the men's championship league. It feels like anybody can beat anybody on the day. You know, often you look at league tables and think you can guarantee the result, but not in this league.
It's a league that there's been some shocks over the years. Sadly for Leeds, they're on the wrong end of one, as they played Fylde, who were bottom of the league at the time, with a defeat. And there's also been games where Leeds have been up against it and won and shown great potential. And Leeds so far, 10 minutes in, showing a bit of a pattern of play that you'd like to feel will give them success today. This touch from Guy, she doesn't in fact recover well with a strong challenge. Turner's had avoids the danger for now. Darcy Green back to the right of Dobson, who could do little about it. Now on the attack is Gilmore, and she runs inside, ball in towards the box, which was dealt well by Turner. And there is the wicked bounce. You can just see how much purchase the ball gets as Russo attacks. She has Woodruff alongside her. The first pass can't be made because she's now offside. She tees it up to White. First touch was the right idea, just to try and scoop it away from trouble, but Stockport recover. But again, starting to see balls into the channel, let the striker chase it. Simpson comes off her line early, and again, with the power behind that, it's only going one way to the opposite goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was good defending that. I think had Ellie White have just managed to get it past her, I think hopefully that could have ended up in the back of the net. But yeah, it's what they call the third man run, isn't it? You've got your two strikers and then you've got the midfielder, and I think we've probably lacked a few goals from midfield this season. I think, you know, Amy Woodruff has had a great season. Season before that it was Jess Russo, so you know, it's nice to see the midfielders kind of getting in and around the box and causing a few problems.
Gets to touch the ball. Woodruff was looking for White. It fell kindly enough to Darcy Green, but she got her shot all wrong. It will be a goal kick, which Freya Heap will take.
Yeah, I think Simon Wood will be pleased with what he's seen so far. It's, you know, we've played a lot of football in their half, haven't we? Our defence haven't been troubled too much.
Yeah, chance here for White. Goes for goal. Could have had the pass to Russo. With the effort though, again on the left foot, showing that power both right and left footed. That isn't too far away from just nestling under the crossbar. You can see how frustrated she is with herself, but she had a very lively first 13 minutes, Brady.
Yeah, I think she had a bit more time than what she maybe thought. You know, she opted for the left foot because I think that's where the ball was kind of rolling towards. But yeah, she should have got it on target, and that's why she's frustrated with herself. But really good effort.
Woodruff, White might have a second go here. Instead, return pass to Woodruff. Good football from Leeds. Just gets it caught underneath the studs rather than a true shot. It helps Stockport get the block in, but lovely combination.
Again, fantastic, and I would have put my money on Amy to score that one. She's been so prolific for us this season, gets into some really, really good positions. Her work rate off the ball is fantastic as well, but yeah, I think her and Ellie White seem to be linking up really well.
Taking their time to release possession. Header from Drew Green. Turner gets it a little bit further clear from danger. Darcy Green dips the shoulder at the right time. Now Woodruff straying offside. Again, Leeds' defence having to just anticipate the win because it doesn't. Just because it isn't going to go out of play at the other end, it means things are going to fall shorter than you expect. Allow the leg just to let it go past the run, spin around, and look for touch, and no sign of any danger there. As quickly taken throwing. Good challenge from Hughes.
She does that so well, Shauna Legg. She sniffs out the danger and always seems to make the right decision whether to go long or play out. Yeah,
opportunity here for Stockport, perhaps. Interception coming in from Licence, laid back into defence, and now Owen's going to go for goal. And speculative sighter really against the wind, just trying to catch Simpson off guard, but never in any trouble there, the Leeds United goalkeeper.
No, it seemed to go in slow motion, did that ball there. I think the wind was definitely affecting that. Need this result to cheer me up after yesterday, Tom. It's like a hangover, isn't it, when Leeds United draw or lose. I'm counting on my girls to pull it out the bag today.
Foul there on halfway. Referee just double checking the physios are not needed. Leg that was crumpled on the floor in a heap, but she's back and ready to go as Dobson surveys the field. These are the awkward free kicks where any height on them, the ball can run away, but they go low to Woodruff. White out towards Drew Green. 3 to aim at in the box for Leeds. Russo trying to backheel it. Not a million miles away from getting a touch to the ball, and didn't pay off, but just as you can see the numbers in the box, 4 white shirts in and around the area. You've got 3 running near post, far post for Darcy Green. And there is a different element to the attack, which is certainly making it a lot more, I guess, open for opportunities, really.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. You know, in the teams where we're crossing balls into the box where there's nobody in there, or there's Amy Woodruff on her own and she's got 3 players around her. But you know, today you can see the desire to get into the box, so it's brilliant to watch.
Turner back to Simpson. Tried to return the favour, but the block coming from Rathburn, it will be a goal kick. Rathburn maybe just tweaked something overstretching. Into our visitor this afternoon, just joining us here on LUTV. Goalless, but Leeds started pretty well. They've created a few chances. 1 or 2 opportunities for Emma Woodruff to get a 15th goal of the season. Laid back by Rathburn. Stockport trying to squeeze the ball into a bit of space. The deflection seemed to hit Hughes last, and it will be a corner kick to Stockport County Ladies, which will be taken by Jess Brady. Second shot now delivered in. It's an awkward one. Simpson gets a hand to it. Now Hughes, very composed defending. No panic. Hughes able to control things. Simpson just thought she was about to get beaten to the ball there, Bridie. Dobson flies in, but Carrie Simpson did well, you feel, there to just about time it right to get the punch, and it was a bit scrappy, but it worked as break off because Turner's got some defending to do, and the header back to Simpson, well weighted. Stockport's best moment of the match, the last minute there.
Yeah, it is. I was only saying a few minutes ago, I've never seen a short corner that worked, and that almost very nearly did. But yeah, I mean, she was under quite a lot of pressure there, was Carrie Simpson, so thankfully it ended up in her hands.
Woodruff tried to turn it around the corner, unable to get there. Beth Guy back in as Turner heads clear. Hughes having a look over her shoulder, and a nice calm pass back to Simpson. Legs got plenty of space, and Simpson just picks her out, and Leeds can build out from the back.
Yeah, it's intelligent that from Alice Hughes, because she's recognised that Lucy Turner's come forward to win the header, and she's just dropped back in to support her, and not once but twice did she help clean up at the back there. So really intelligent play.
Interception from Guy gives White a chance, and she spreads the ball wide for Drew Green, but again, just the way the ball runs at Garforth, it just races away from it. No chance for her to get to that. Out of play for a Stockport throw. Now a Leeds throw, nearly halfway through this first half. So a quick glance over the shoulder just to check she's okay to control the ball. Now Woodruff will be yet another throw into the home team. Throw and goes astray. Keeper decided to keep it in. Russo maybe could have picked the pocket, but only back into the hands of Freya Heap, and just evened out a little bit maybe Bridie the last few minutes where Leeds not getting as much joy in possession. Stockport managed to stem the flow of passes from midfield a little.
Yeah, I think it took Stockport, didn't it, a good 15 minutes to kind of realise that they're in for a game, and if they don't start doing something then they're going to end up getting beat quite comfortably. So yeah, they seem to have been on the front foot a little bit more and tested carry, and obviously getting into positions where they're forcing corners and back passes and things like that. So definitely getting the defence of Leeds turned and facing their own goalkeeper, which is never nice as a defender. So yeah, they've definitely improved over the last 5 minutes. But I mean, Leeds have, overall this half so far, I would say, have dominated. It's just the stat that we're most interested in is obviously the goal stats, and at the moment it still stands 0-0.
Ball goes out wide and Leg can take the throw. Leeds just adjust because she's one of the 3 centre backs, so everyone just moves across. Again, that ball will run away.
It's a wicked bounce, isn't it? I know we've said it, but
massive. Almost means you've whatever power you want to put on the ball, just take over 70% of it off when you're going from right to left.
I think this is why we just need to keep the ball on the floor. You just saw then how tight it was, but with Ellie White and I think it was Darcy Green on that side, just really neat footwork to get out of trouble. Sorry, I stand corrected. It's Drew Green over on that side, isn't it?
It's okay, Brady. They are right. They are twins. You'll not be the first one to mistake it, and I have certainly done it many times. As Leg keeps the ball in play, Drew Green just steps in behind her to cover as a potential defender. Leg looking for Russo, turn round the corner looking for Woodruff. Leeds try to play it to feet and just inaccurate, but you could see the potential behind the move. Stockport again building out from the back. Effective play from Stockport, great touch as well, and Rathbone's got away from trouble. Dobson gets back, Turner gets involved, and smart thing to do was just get clear in her opinion, and she launches it downfield and away from trouble. But yeah, promising start. Still no need for anyone to panic or feel that they've lost the grip on the game, and I think you said it earlier, this division, it's very rare do you dominate a game from start to finish.
No, you definitely don't. I think for me, it's just some of the tackles, we're just not putting our, I don't know, you wait through the tackle and we're just not going, I'm not saying go through the player, but just get a little bit of your body behind it, so it just the ball's just ricocheting in between players.
Stockport playing out from the back under pressure all the time. Again, you can see the effect of the pitch the other way when you've misplaced it. There is no forgiveness anywhere at the Bannister Prentice Stadium. I think it has to be so crisp and sharp. Deflection off Darcy Green. White trying to trick her way down the line. Throwing goes quickly from Woodruff. There was an appeal because officials claimed it should have been in Leeds' half, so that's why we've had a stoppage much to the disappointment of the Leeds striker, try to tee up her teammate. Good work from White. Now in a foot race with the defender, and it's a race won by Fran Davis of Stockport, but White's pressurising wins Leeds a throw-in deep in Stockport's half.
Just looking at the other results in the league today, Tom. So Huddersfield playing Chorley, and it's still 0-0 there. We could do with Chorley to pull a result out for us against Huddersfield.
Yeah, long way to go for all teams this afternoon, and you say there'll be plenty of riding on that. That's third versus fourth. Quick throw in from Darcy Green. Races back to get to Rathbone, who was trying to get away from trouble. Header from Dobson, beaten in the air is Darcy Green. Dobson does well to go and win it back. She's been effective this season in those 50-50 duels as White gets hold of possession, now rolls it back. Turner's got to cover. Simpson clears and deals with it effectively. Woodruff is offside. Again, Leeds just losing that hold in possession, unable to keep possession and bring the strikers into the game. We've just reached a bit of a lull in proceedings, but do you feel Summerwood will be relatively content with the first 27 minutes? Yeah,
I'd say so. Obviously, we made a really good start, didn't we? And when you look at the overall chances, I would say Leeds have probably just edged it in terms of clear cut. We've had a couple of half chances, but obviously they've tested Carey a couple of times as well. So, yeah, it's just tidying it up a little bit in the final third. It's your choice of pass, the intelligent running, things like that. And, if you're putting a cross in the box, make sure that there are bodies in there, which we've seen that's happened in this game so far. So, yeah, really promising half so far. And obviously, like I said, there's still a long way to go. Ellie White just seems everywhere, doesn't she, at the moment? I'd love to see a touch map of her today.
Yeah, working hard, as you said earlier. There'll be a real hunger from her to not play all season pretty much, and now be trying to make an impression final few weeks. It gives her some encouragement for next season. Nearly a foul throw there could have helped Leeds' cause as Rathbone starting to show some real confidence on the ball. A couple of touches as really impressed as Stockport give the ball away. Now White, again it's that first time pass which is risky. Just looking for Darcy Green, the pass from the keeper goes astray. Interesting choice from the fullback to let it bounce. Emma Licence. Yeah,
I'm not sure what she did there. She didn't seem to want to head it or control it or anything. It was interesting, but no, I think Freya Heap's done quite well at sweeping up at times. And I think we just need to be mindful, we were just talking a second ago about the passing. Some of these balls are straightforward. They need to have an angle on them because it's just making it easy at the moment for Heap just to sweep up those balls. Now's a real opportunity. Get the bodies in the box. Good delivery from Ellie White. Or Ellie Dobson, looking at this.
Yeah, the centre-back is going to have a look. I wouldn't be 100% sure what she's going to do. There might be a shot here if she wants to try and put it into that corridor of uncertainty. She is going to try and catch out the keeper just over the crossbar. I mean, with wind assist,
anything can happen.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not massively shocked she's done that, to be honest. Really awkward pass for the fullback to deal with. Teammate mops up and apologises in doing so with a clearance. Rathbone can play the 1-2. Slightly weak pass. It's allowed Turner to wrestle, and she's done well there. She gets the trip, wins the free kick. I mean, it's going to be an awkward situation for her. The Stockport players perhaps just let her guard down if she doesn't foul it. Easier said than done. I think she has just run across. There's not a massive kick out from the number 6, Kennedy Owen, the captain. But if she pushes Turner back, she's awkward. The back pass isn't clean, but you got to praise the defending as well. She did what she had to do.
Yeah, she did really well. She used her body first and foremost to get herself like a yard of space to get to the ball before their player. But yeah, it was just a little clip. I'm not sure she meant to do it.
Yeah, good work from Darcy Green. Now into White, looking for Woodruff. Again, it's asking an awful lot. Any through ball just seems to get an extra zest of pace once it's played. It's like boosted really in a way. But again, the build-up beforehand was good. Try and take the positives. Free kick given against Beth Guy for a foul on Rathburn, who, according to the Leeds number 44, went to ground too easily.
See, I love that from Beth Guy. You know, just ratting the player and not giving her an inch of space. I'm not sure that was a free kick. It feels a little bit harsh. I thought she did well. Love that from her.
White into Woodruff. Russo's making a run forward. That ball will more than likely run away and go out for a throw. And it will.
I think she might have been in two minds then whether to play Jess Russo or Drew Green on the right hand side there, and kind of like went in between, like almost used the space of the pitch. But like what you mentioned before, just the wind's just taking absolutely everything, so your passes have really got to be on point today, unless you take a little bit off and almost use the wind to your advantage.
Good ball out wide now to Darcy Green. She's got Woodruff on her inside. Tries to trick her way into the box. It might fall for White. Just try to keep it alive for Leeds. She goes back to Hughes. Dobson's got plenty of time.
I think the players just got in each other's way a little bit then.
Yeah, Turner, no real pressure for Simpson to deal with. Forward ball. White has set off, and White believes she's onside. The flag stays down. Now, can she square it up to Woodruff? The opportunity is there for Woodruff for a tap in, and Leeds do get the goal. And after 10 or 15 minutes of no runner into the channel, Ellie White times her run to perfection, tees up Woodruff, and there is 15 for the season. It's Leeds United 1, Stockport 0.
One of the easiest goals I think she will have scored all season, but a great kick by Carrie Simpson, and Ellie White once again deserves the assist there. But yeah, I think Jess Russo was coming from an offside position, so she left the run for Ellie White, and you know, just great composure, you know, in terms of like the pace of the pass and everything to find Amy Woodruff. And like I said, she'll be it was on a plate for them, wasn't it? She'll be buzzing with that. Yeah,
I mean they did just make it look very, very easy in a complimentary way down the line. I mean, to time the run like that, they've sort of let their guard sorry, pardon me, they let the guard down. They've spotted Russo, and it's having that extra 10, that extra forward as Woodruff nearly gets to Freya Heap. But yeah, lovely and calm. And you've also got to sort of credit the pass as well, because there might have been a slight desire to score. She's gone for the unselfish approach. Let's just get us in the lead, and I'm sure you'd probably think she deserves that for her contribution so far, Ellie White. They
both do. The players up top there have had a really, really promising 35 minutes, and you know, it's no surprise that Ellie White has been heavily involved in everything that Leeds have done well. But you know, credit to Carrie Simpson. It was you know, she obviously saw the run, kicked the ball into the space, and the girls did the rest. But yeah, football is an easy game, really, isn't it? And it's one of those where sometimes you can try and walk the ball, you know, into the net, and you know, you want to play lovely football and play through the thirds, but sometimes, you know, missing out your midfield and just going a bit more direct can also be quite effective.
Yeah, Darcy Green, Woodruff asked for it, she gets it now, sight at goal, looking to return across for White or Russo. A corner it will be. Another, again, fast flowing attack, options are plenty. Keeper has just gone down here, perhaps needing treatment, but again, pretty simple signal. It's a very well-weighted pass as well.
Yeah, it is, and that's the intelligent running by Amy Woodruff, and just, you know, pointing out her arm to say this is where I want it. But I thought she should have been a little bit more selfish there and actually gone for goal. But I could see the runs, but there were quite a few bodies in there from Stockport, so it was overall well defended. But yeah, another brilliant opportunity. It would have been nice to get a second goal there.
Yeah, it remains 1-0. Players coming across here for a refreshment and a break with the keeper down. Freya Heap just wanting some treatment, so everyone's come across from pretty much Stockport's team, and a few for Leeds, the likes of Turner, Darcy Green, Legg, Drew Green, Ellie White, all getting a tactic update with Leeds winning, or leading should I say, by a goal to 0. Still waiting for referee to get us back underway. Can get a replay of the goal, and again, simple from the back from Leeds. White into Woodruff. No sign of her messing up from there, and the leading goal scorer for Leeds this season. Good to see as well how much it meant to Ellie White. You said it earlier, Brady. You know, you've been there yourself with injuries, and she's joined the club. She wants to impress. You've seen her confidence in possession. She's got a corner here. We'll get your thoughts on that in a second, but you can tell by her reaction how pumped up she was that there was a contribution that's got Leeds a goal. Now fired in near post, dangerous, begging for a touch. She doesn't get a single one, and it will go all the way out for a goal kick. But yeah, it must be so frustrating for a player to join the new club, want to impress, want that promotion, and to spend large parts of it injured. And you know, there's the mental side as well as the physical side, and you know, really pleased for her to finally get a bit of joy.
Yeah, she came with a good reputation, and you know, everybody was expecting her to deliver, and unfortunately she got injured, which is never nice to see. And I think the injury itself was a lot longer than anybody initially thought. But
just break off, so Russo's got a chance to cut it back. Awkward deflection. That's a very good save, by the way, from Freya Heap. That is top reaction, not only to get a hand to it, to tip it over the bar, because that was going in.
yeah, that was a fantastic save, wasn't it, with a left hand, I think. Just got a horrible deflection, sorry, with the right hand, horrible deflection, but yeah, she managed to move her feet really well. Another corner for Leeds. But a wicked delivery first time around from Ellie White. She's definitely been my player of the match so far.
Short corner by Dobson, gets her return pass all wrong. To Hughes. Midfield, now Legg. Just dribbles away from trouble, inside to Darcy Green. Turns it just a little bit further forward for Russo. Trying to squeeze it forward for Woodruff. Can see the intention, the angle was there. Now Stockport try to play it on the floor and get away from trouble, and again you can see both teams trying to adjust to the pitch, the awkwardness of the bounce, the weather.
They're both trying to play football, that's what I like to see. You know, they're not just sitting back and, you know, just defending. You know, they want to go and score a goal themselves. I hate it when teams park the bus, and, you know, they are trying to play football, and they've got some good footballers in there. And if you look at the goals as well, they've got goals from central midfield, right wing. This player on the ball here, Jess Brady, she's on 7 goals this season. And then the captain as well, Kennedy Owen, she's on 7 as well. So, you know, they've got goals around the team.
Good work from Drew Green, wins it back for Leeds. Now it's assist to Darcy Green, looking to play Russo. Now Russo will get a chance. Just drags it past the near post. Awkward angle again. I mean, all the time the ball is running away from the forwards. But that's where she likes to thrive. Space, running through one-on-one. There was an element where she could have turned around, but again, you could just see that bobble Bridie. It was never going fully under control.
Yeah, we got a little bit of luck there. I think the ball ricocheted off the Stockport player, but I think it was a second touch that took her a little bit further out wide. But I think in that position, she needs to be going across the face of the goal, not to the near post. So on that occasion, didn't test the keeper.
Yeah, another ambitious effort from range from Leeds.
But another
ball needed.
Another great opportunity, though.
Yeah, certainly so.
I think this is the thing this season. I think there's been times where we've lacked real opportunities, and you know, some of the play in the midfield might have been good, or playing out from the back might have been good, but then it's just we've lacked in the final third in terms of creating chances. But I mean, the chances are plenty today.
Certainly are. Here's White trying to control possession. Just runs into a bit of a traffic jam. Stockport come away with it. Surging ball forward for Russo, who will get to that loose pass just about. Darcy Green offering the angle. 3 players at the far post waiting for it. Just over the head of White. It will be a Stockport touch behind. 3 minutes to go. We have another corner.
You can sense another one coming, Tom, or I can anyway.
Yeah, set pieces. Just the last couple have been overhit when they've come direct. And again, going the opposite way. Leeds might a bit more advantage with the wind against them.
It was good defending that by Molly Newton, to be fair. She had plenty of Leeds shirts around her, but managed to make the contact.
So White again, this time a left-footed in-swinger. Right across the face of goal. It'll fall for Dobson, not enough for her to shoot. Stockport clear. Wicked delivery again. I'm sure a goalkeeper and a defender's nightmare as Stockport let it bounce. Russo picks up the clearance. To the byline she goes, twisting and turning. Just tried to turn it back into Guy. Didn't get the power on it, and Stockport can bring it clear. And there hasn't been a response from Stockport since the goal. 34 minutes, nearly 10 minutes since really, and Carrie Simpson hasn't seen any of the ball, so I'm sure Salmon would have been delighted with that domination since their first opening goal.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you know the ball there that we've just played out wide there. It's going into space. The wind's taking it, but you know, with a minute or two to go, we just need to see out this half, and it's what it's allowed us to do. It's got them right penned back into their own half, so it's an intelligent ball into the space.
Pressure from Russo nearly forces the mistake. Good feet from Russo, chopped to the floor. Wins a free kick. And as a defender yourself, Bridie, do you understand why the Stockport player decided to do what she just did?
Absolutely, it's a professional foul. You would not want Jess Russo turning and running at you, so if that's what you need to do, you got to do what you got to do.
Dobson into Woodrow's looking to spin. Stockport defender stays too tight because Woodrow's got away. Great run, cut back looking for Russo. It'll just not fall for it. Deflection going Stockport's way as Guy will concede a free kick. Can't really argue, so close to the referee, doesn't get a touch to the ball. But again, I think you used the term ratting was the term you used earlier. She's just not letting any midfielder for Stockport have a second to breathe.
No, it was a strong tackle that, and no complaints, I don't think, from anybody there. I think the Stockport player definitely felt it.
Header forward from Guy. May go towards Woodruff. Defender Davis has to do anything but get it away. She will tee it up, and that is a fine finish. Amy Woodruff, 2 goals this afternoon. That's going to take some beating. What an effort from the striker, who has 16 to her name. Awkward angle, awkward flight, but she judged it beautifully. And on the stroke of half-time, it's 2-0.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Beth Guy, I think, with the header again, but what a finish. The technique is absolutely fantastic. Just to kind of keep her head over the ball and just make sure she gets the power on there, but get it on target, and keeper had absolutely no chance. And the first goal, we said, was on a plate for her. She had so much to do there. She had no right to score that goal from where she was on the pitch, but I mean, she's been doing this all season, and you know, she's rightly our top goal scorer. She's been unplayable this year. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, real sucker punch as well for Stockport, who just wanted to get in at 1-0 down. They can build on that, and then that happens as leg goes down. Referee doesn't see anything wrong with it, but leg is still in some pain. Referee is going to stop proceedings, so perhaps a late touch on the Leeds defender.
Yeah, she was under quite a bit of pressure then, but did what she does best and just clears the lines. But yeah, I think the player was a little bit late on her then. I said I was feeling a goal just before half time. Do you want the lottery numbers now? Or?
I mean, I could do with a lottery win. Yeah, no, just a little one as well. So yeah.
You're not asking for. You're not asking for the Euro
Thunder,
millions.
Euros, anything really. It'll be a lovely boost this spring. As it's a stoppage time, by the way.
Well, you heard it here first. I'm going Amy Woodruff hat-trick today. 2 goals within the first half. She's got another 45 minutes to go. She's got herself in. I mean, to be fair, she could have had a hat-trick in this half.
Yeah. You do wonder with the way this attack's gone. White could get a couple of chances. Russo, awkward fall for the defender. She's been a bit unlucky. Russo will try and punish her. The shot just straight into the hands of Heap, and the Stockport player is going to stay down. That was an awkward landing. Pretty powerful, and just in trying to stop the ball, she's just winded herself a little bit. So there will be a couple of minutes of extra time added onto this stoppage because of the couple of injuries we've had. I mean, Russo could have returned the favour to Woodruff there.
I think as a striker, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
She wants a goal.
Yeah.
She wants a goal, and who
I
can
knew
blame
exactly what you were about to say.
She's thinking, you've already got 2. Let me have a little bit of joy.
They're a different breed to you, aren't they? Defenders just want the team to tick. As long as there's no goals against it, you don't care what happens. Strikers have that element of selfishness about them.
Yeah, I think for Jess this season, she's struggled a little bit with injury as well, hasn't she? And then finding a little bit of form when she's come back. So I think she'll take a lot of confidence from this first half in terms of the position she's got herself in. But she'll be wanting to get some shots on target and hopefully add to that 5 tally.
Good hold-up play from Woodruff. Equally calm back to Dobson, who turns away from trouble. Trying to squeeze it towards Russo. Here is Woodruff. Tame pass from her. He's just on 2 occasions there. He's just getting the bearings of their passes wrong. Dobson looking for White. Misplaces that pass. Guy intercepts it. 3 errors in a row in possession for Leeds. May not be punished. Rathburn will try and stop that as Simpson comes off her line. Referee is going to penalise Rathburn there. Just lets play go on.
Yeah, I think I said it within the first 15 minutes about tidying up defensively, and to be fair, they've not had a right lot to do going into the second half of the half. But yeah, just started to get a little bit sloppy then, so I think half time's probably come at a nice time for us.
Yeah, it has. So successful first half for Salmon Wood's team. It is 2-0 at the break, thanks to a brace from Amy Woodruff. Second half coverage coming up in around 15 minutes' time. Welcome back to LUTV's coverage. We have a substitution for Stockport. Their number 9 is entering the field of play, Jess Battle, who we have come up against in the past. She will enter proceedings. Leeds are leading by 2-0. Leeds United women against Stockport County ladies. A brace from the centre forward Amy Woodruff to take her tally to 16 for the season. Nearly ready to go. Referee just checking both goalkeepers. We are underway with White receiving first touch. Guy forward to Drew Green, who will be covering the team against the wind in the second half. They had the wind to their backs in the first. Ball played off Woodruff's back from the throw. High hanging ball for Leeds to defend. Awkward for Turner. Deflects off her, it will be a corner. So Leeds go with Simpson, Legg, Turner, Hughes, Dobson, Russo, Drew Green, Amy Woodruff, Darcy Green, White and Guy. Myself, Tom Hill and Brady Hannon are bringing you all the coverage. And a half to go. Get Brady's thoughts on this second half shot. Once this corner is taken, an awkward one. Simpson gets a very good punch to the ball. Didn't fancy catching it under the wind, right underneath her. And it is cleared away. But yeah, your expectations for the second half, Brady?
I think Simon Wood will be pleased with the first half, obviously going in 2-0 at half time, and I think the message at half time will have been just continue where you left off. You know, let's not stop at 2-0. Let's try and get 3, and then we get a third one. Let's get a fourth. I think that'll be the message, and as well, you know, try and keep a clean sheet. I think that's always brilliant for everyone's confidence, especially the goalkeeper and obviously the defence. But it'd be nice to get a clean sheet, obviously after conceding 3 last week.
Yeah, Turner heads clear. It's going to be an awkward bounce. That I think if Turner doesn't head it, it's an awkward bounce for Simpson. We saw that in the first half with a bobbling ball, which is far from ideal. So she decided to get involved, got it clear, and it will be a corner kick. Another good ball. Set pieces today have been pretty decent on the whole from both teams. Russo backing in, flicking the ball on, looking for Woodruff. It will reach its target eventually. As Dobson tries to squeeze it forward towards Darcy Green. She will put the pressure alongside her sister Drew Green. It's fired away by Heap. And again, you've almost got to sort of reset. You've seen what the weather can do at the other end. Now you've got to adjust. It might take them 5 minutes each. Stockport win another corner, third already this second half. But even though they are winning set pieces, it's not as if Leeds have had to, like, you know, panic massively Brady at the back.
No, I think we've defended well. I think obviously, you know, Ellie Dobson's in there. She's got a bit of height. You know, Shauna's brilliant in the air. Alice Hughes is fantastic in the air as well. And obviously you've got a confident goalkeeper who can come out and punch it as well.
No ball in, awkward. That hit Legg's hand. Referee either didn't spot it or said it was accidental, but you can understand the appeals if you're losing and the ball hits a defender's hand. You've got no choice, you've got to shout for it.
Would have been harsh, that. I think it just...
as a defender, what's your thoughts?
Absolutely not. Yeah, it just kind of ricocheted off her foot, didn't it? So I don't think she could have done much about that. We gave away a penalty last week, so we certainly don't want a repeat of that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes these games, you know, they feed off scraps. Do teams that are behind, but on that occasion, nothing for Leeds to worry about.
I think it's the next goal's key, Tom, isn't it? I think if we score and it's 3-0, I think it's game over. But if they get the next one, make it 2-1, it'll give them a little bit of belief they can get something out of the game.
Simpson happy just to take some sting out of the game. Dobson wins a throw, just clears the ball off a Stockport player. Russo reaches the flick on. Should Guy alongside her, but went for the harder pass to Drew Green, but puts her under plenty of pressure. Swarmed by the two Stockport players. Will then concede a free kick.
Yeah, there's been a few balls that have just kind of gone up in the air and then just bounced a couple of times. It just looks a little bit scrappy at the moment from both teams, that is. So I think we just need to get the ball down and play, because, like I said in the first half, we've got some really talented players who can really showcase the stuff, and you know, by just kicking it in the air. And I think some of the players are doing that because of the bobble and the wind and things like that. It's always changing the way they're playing a little bit.
Awkward delivery left by several players, and will go to Russo. You can see exactly what she wanted to do. Doesn't get any power behind it. Rathburn does get too much power. Inaccurate shot and out behind for a goal kick.
I think credit to the defence today, Tom. They've not, all their chances have kind of been half chances, and obviously they're resorting now to long range shots, but they've not really had any chances, I feel, where they've really broke down our defence by, you know, defence splitting passes or, you know, taking it round them or anything like that. I think defence have done quite well today.
Woodruff goes wide. All the way across to Drew Green. It's picked her out now. She's got to try and get this under control. Awkward sort of bobble. Gets it all the way back across the other side of the pitch to her sister Darcy Green, who has an equally awkward bobble to deal with.
Conditions are definitely playing a part today.
It's difficult to see the flight of the ball. Sometimes you think you've got it under control and all of a sudden it's running away from you. Looking for Woodruff. White trying to reach the loose pass. Rathburn was rating after that. She's offside. Very stop-start, Bradley, second half so far. No rhythm for anybody.
No, not really. Not like the first half. I think we were spoilt a little bit in that first half at times. You know, it was mainly Leeds that were on top. Obviously, they did have a couple of chances, but it's definitely been a bit of a scrappy start to this half. I'm just wondering if Simon will change it up a bit to try and bring some energy and some fresh legs into this team.
Yeah, bench is Oates as a replacement goalkeeper, then Danby, Smith as midfielders, Waldron more of a wing back, and then Jubal Keating as a forward. So there is replacements for several areas of the pitch. Dobson collects. This plays pass, put under pressure immediately by Stockport, who then give the ball away, allows Legg just to poke the ball clear. It will be another corner. Relatively low-key situation for Leeds, but that soon changed with the error at the back. Ball to the edge of the box, Stockport leave it. Suggested it had been a pre-planned routine, but didn't seem to have full control. Now Woodruff has options right and left. She goes to the right hand side for Drew Green. Russo and Darcy Green are at the far post. Try to turn it around the defender, difficult to do. And again, she doesn't really seem to have full control over that ball.
Yeah, it's another opportunity where we look like we're outnumbering the opposition, but it didn't come to anything. I think it was a poor pass in the end.
Yeah, Dobson gives the ball away. Stockport racing forward. Chance to lay it off. Rathbun's going to have a goal at a mercy, but another offside flag denies them. And just when they had a big advantage in terms of personnel, they failed to make it count. Brady picking out Rathburn, and the flag spares Leeds' blushes.
Well, what did you say? Commentator's case. I was only saying they've not really broken down our defence by, you know, any decent passes like that, and then they've just had two. But fortunately for us, they were both offside. But you know, good line from the defence in order to do that.
Green's pass looking for Russo, just overrun. Even after Russo's best efforts to keep it alive. Header from Russo. Woodruff's going to try and get to this, and does. Opportunity for Darcy Green at the far post if she can find it. Unlucky for Emma Woodruff. Hughes picks a pass further wide towards Drew Green, and just tries to help it on its way. But the unselfish option is not helping Bridie's hat-trick prediction. But now she might get a chance here, as just too heavy that touch from Drew Green. There was a little nudge on her, but she was not getting to that ball regardless. But with a striker in an area like that, the angle was tight. But again, she went for the team effort. Simple pass first.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought, I wonder if she's going to shoot there, but like you say, I think the better option in that scenario was to cross it, but, you know, good organised defending from the Stockport girls.
Guy to Woodruff. Heavy touch, tries to wrestle and get it back. Hughes wants to clear for a bit of extra space. Drew Green keeps it alive. Shows a bit of compassion to not one into one of the Stockport coaches. Here's Russo. Woodruff turned back with Darcy Green pulling further wide in the number 20 jersey. Russo goes back centrally to Guy. Drew Green looking for Woodruff at the far post, or Russo. Woodruff will have a go. Speculative effort in the end. Worth a crack though where she was.
I'm not sure if she'd have been best off leaving that to Darcy Green, who were just behind her, but to be fair, there's a couple of defenders on her back there as well, so it's worth a shot, definitely.
Another throw into Leeds. Stockport yet to offer too much in the way of attacks at the other end of the pitch. Looking for Rathburn at the far post. It won't settle for her. She goes to ground though. Penalty appeals are not heard. Legg tries to laugh off the incident. The referee has no ambition to give that, but it's another heart and mouth moment. There is a bit of a laugh and a giggle from Shauna Legg at what she believes is a rather obvious dive.
I think she did catch her a little bit, but again, I do feel like it would have been a harsh penalty. But she did seem to make a little bit of a meal of it.
So it's going dead.
We can be biased, can't we? We're Leeds fans. Definitely
Yeah,
not.
I mean, little nervous moment. I'm sure plenty of our fans will believe there was nothing in that.
I think it was just a coming of two players coming together, wasn't it? There was no malice in it whatsoever.
I got a message off Sarah yesterday saying,
Little ball forward looking for Darcy Green. Good touch needed. Was looking for Woodruff. Now Woodruff collects, takes things by the scruff of the neck herself towards Russo. Looks for a runner, gets one in Drew Green. You've got Guy in support, tries to put it across on a plate for Woodruff. The idea was nearly executed to perfection. Tiny little bit less power on that, and Woodruff's got a tap in. And again, spraying it around. You try to mention it in the first half a few times because it's an area that's been a bit different. There's a lot more fluidity to attack. There's more support play with 2 forwards and the extra runners. And there wasn't too far away from a third goal.
No, she seems to be finding herself with quite a bit of space down that right-hand side, Drew Green, but it's just what you do with it once you get the ball, whether you cross or you shoot. She's a good enough player to have had a shot herself from there, albeit it was quite tight. But again, it's like I said in the first half, sometimes you can try and walk the ball in, but, you know, if she shoots at goal there and the keeper parries it, then we've got a couple of bodies who can just tap it in. So I think on that occasion, I probably would have gone for the shot. It was kind of like no here nor there on that occasion. But, you know, really good running from her, and again, from a defender's point of view, it's been an absolute nightmare to play against.
Corner to come from Stockport.
Yeah, they've not really tested as much from these corners. They've had quite a few in this second half. I'm looking at their bench and looking at the height of Maria Figueiredo, thinking I'm sure she'd relish getting on the end of one of these.
Yeah, some of the deliveries have been pretty good. That one wasn't up to scratch, but there's a few that have been wicked all the way across the face of goal. Leeds were under pressure, but no touches really required. A bit more composure at the far post, but it seemed to have missed several defenders. On that occasion, the same sort of situation. Rathburn gets forward to Simpson. She's offside for the 3rd time in a row. But again, Simpson's read the flight of the ball. Position's been pretty good all day from Carrie Simpson, Brady.
Yeah, very good goalkeeping and just really brave. She could have got herself caught there, but, you know, she came out and made a good punch. But, yeah, I mean, if I'm their coaching staff, I'm screaming at my players to keep looking at the line because they're getting into some good positions. And when you can play against a team like Leeds United, you might not get that many opportunities. So, you know, you've got to be clinical when you get in front of goal, but you kind of like let your teammates down when you're just a yard or two offside.
Turner clears for safety. Nice and composed there. She had 2 Stockport players on her back. No choice but to avert the danger. Rathburn tries to get back across the bar line with the delivery. Work from Drew Green puts her off, and the 2 players exchange a handshake for their joint efforts. You can just see that wicked bounce. It's very springy. It's the Bannister Prentice Stadium pitch when it's had a bit of sun to it for a few weeks. Stockport don't seem to have adjusted to it, do they, really, in the second half. A lot of their passing has been similar to what it was in the first.
I think from a Leeds perspective, you know, in the first half we praised, you know, the midfield and the midfield's runs, but I think the midfield in this half has been quite quiet. I don't think we've mentioned Ellie White once, but yet I feel like I've mentioned her many times in the first half. Yeah. So I'd like to see her and Beth Guy get on the ball a little bit more and just, you know, demand the passes and spray the ball about a little bit. Use the pitch. It's a big pitch, so use the width of it.
Both players jump for the same ball. Woodruff wins a throw. Here is White. Puts Russo in attacking position. Woodruff is doing all she can to help her. Russo has to delay the pass as a result. Woodruff is offside as Drew Green looks across. It will be, though, a Leeds throw. And well, Leeds couldn't create a chance there. There was no sign of anyone giving the ball away, Bridie, or hitting and hoping. It was all very methodical.
Yeah, don't mind that. If there's nothing on, just keep hold of the ball and wait for support, and that's exactly what happened then. So, yeah, main thing is we're playing in their half and we're creating opportunities and we're getting their backs against the wall, which is what we want to see.
Woodruff crosses blocked, gets a second back the cherry. She looks inside to Russo. Darcy Green at the far post. Darcy Green looking for a room to shoot. Effort comes in, deflected behind for a corner, and again turns it into a position with a better sight at goal. Has a go. Not a million miles away.
No, good work again by Amy Woodruff. I thought initially it was going to go out for a corner once it got blocked, but I mean, we've seen it plenty of times this season where those crosses have just gone straight into the keeper's hands, so she did really well to keep it away from her. And again, we've got the bodies in the box. It's really pleasing to see, and it's resulted in another corner for us.
Ellie White stood over the set piece. Floater towards Russo, who can only kick it further on and out for a throw. Getting to that stage of the game where maybe both coaches are thinking about changes.
Yeah, I'd say so, Tom.
Guy wins a good challenge. Really dangerous effort for Stockport, similar from Woodruff in the first half where it bounced up nicely enough for the effort. I think it was Jess Brady. And she saw Simpson off her line, who'd covered. Leg thought she could get there, but got to have a go when you can see the keeper off the line. Yeah, and again, a big warning sign.
Yeah, it was a good run, and this time stayed onside, but yeah, in between the two defenders, really good pass forward, and yeah, fair play to her for having a shot from there. It almost went in the back of the net, just a little bit over the net, but yeah, Carrie was well beaten on that occasion.
Leg clears. Right into the feet of Russo, who's done very well.
Yeah, great hold-up play there.
Hughes back to leg. Green. Drew Green just trying to squeeze it through to White. Wasn't enough room to manoeuvre. And leg hooks it clear.
I think it was Alice there. She was asking for the ball. I think she was needed to pass that a little bit quicker, just delayed it a little bit and just allowed the Stockport player to get back.
Good ball in behind. Dobson has to be quick and just mops it up beautifully. Any sign of doubt that she was under pressure was soon forgotten about. Bruff, the striker, away from possession. Heavy touch from Stockport. Now White can get on the ball. Looks for a forward pass to Woodruff. Forced wide with a touch. Gets inside though, Woodruff looking for the hat-trick, just can't dig it out in time. There's appeals for a corner, they're unheard, as it remains at 2-0. Never, again, just sums up the second half. Nobody in attacking position has looked set when they've had the ball, whether it's the pitch or the control. There was a lack of a first touch, she got herself back as now Darcy Green's going to try and have a go on her own. She looks for Russo instead, that's overhit. Russo will keep it in by charging towards the corner flag. Now White gets hold. Good work from White. Woodruff wanted it. White should have played it. And she went to try and catch the keeper out. But when you've taken a couple of players on, there's a lot of people that would do the same thing in that situation.
She's got 3 players around her and she's somehow managed to wiggle her way out of it. But I think at that point, I think it'd be lovely to finish with a goal. It'd be some individual brilliance there. But Amy Woodruff was in heck is a space calling for the ball there and said to a teammate, why don't you pass to me? But you know, she's got herself in a really good position. She deserves a goal today, in all fairness. Obviously, she's set up 1 or 2 in the first half, so yeah, I can't blame her for having a shot there. But like I said, a 3rd goal would kill this game off.
Throwing to come for Leeds, 20 minutes to go. Darcy Green, good shoulder barge to at least give her half a chance to get the ball back. Rathbone's been effective for Stockport, gets it away. Offside goes up against Jess Battle, who did try and come back onside, but I mean, offside is the best way to describe Stockport. Second 45 minutes. Again, they've struggled to adjust to the wind behind them, the extra bounce on the ball. All the players are trying to hug the last defender and stay as close as they can, but
I think they've had a little bit of joy when they've actually gone over the top, and it's a bit of a foot race with our defenders. You know, they've had a couple of snapshots at goal, but yeah, they've got to look across the line. It's so frustrating when your teammates are offside, when you've done the hard work in terms of the build-up, and then it's just a little bit lazy.
Leg just trying to usher the forward away, and again does. Simpson can just ball the ball out towards Drew Green, who uses the presence of Turner to dummy away from trouble. It's really smart play from the wing back, but then in trying to pick out Russo, puts too much on it.
It was a bobble. I saw the bobble there, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, there's large areas of this pitch that make life very tough for everybody out there, as I think Rathbone's day is done. Substitute was that eager to get on the pitch that she forgot to wait for the linesman, but it is Figueiredo that's into the game, the player you expected would come on.
Yeah, she's a good player. Played against her a few times. She's big and strong. She knows where the back of the net is, so it's just something for the Leeds girls to think about now. But I would like to see us just keep possession a little bit better. I think, for both teams it's been a little bit scrappy. We've not really strung that many passes together. It's like we do 1 or 2 and then either go long or, it's just a poor pass. So I'd like to see us keep the ball a bit better.
Game will stop here for Hughes to retie the laces. Glancing touches for both teams there. Awkward bounce for Woodruff and the defender Lysons, who seemed to back in to get the free kick. Change coming for Leeds, in which Dampy will replace White. A word on White's performance. You mentioned earlier about it being a much busier first half, but overall, your thoughts, Brady?
I think she's been really impressive today, in particular in the first half. Second half a little bit quieter, but still managed to put some really good through balls through that could have ended up in a goal. But she's just been really, really busy. Not giving the Stockport players a sniff and getting in some really good positions. She's put some really good crosses in, which again, could have resulted in goals on another day. Left foot, right foot, a couple of free kicks. So yeah, I've been really, really impressed with her performance, and she must be over the moon to get back and start the game and start well. And yeah, I think it's pleasing to see, and hopefully we can keep an Ellie White fit for next season, because she'll play a huge part, I'm sure.
Dampy's first touch was to try and play in Guy. Bounce has worked in Stockport's favour, not at the last second. Well worked by Simpson, who will always have to be quick on her guard here in the second half with the wind in her face.
I think the scoreline suggests that the game's more comfortable than it is. You know, they've got into some good areas of the pitch, and Carrie's had to make a couple of saves, albeit fairly easy ones, but still they're trying to go for it still.
Another easy catch really for Simpson, just gather and look further downfield. Be touch from Stockport again, just not being able to settle down into any sort of rhythm. And it's again a real advantage for Leeds that they got their goals when they did.
Yeah, I think that one just before half time changed it a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, just, you know, conditions tough. Leeds' defence, you know, as you say, you complimented them earlier. They've given nothing away just yet as Turner's trying to stop battle. This might be the chance they've wanted. Turner gets back, sticks out the leg. I mean, what a tackle that is. She was second best throughout the entire situation there, Lucy Turner, and still managed to come out on top.
I think initially it started off as a 50-50 battle, and then credit to the Stockport player, used her body well to get in front of Lucy Turner, and then you expected the shot to come a little bit earlier and test Carrie, but credit to Lucy Turner, really good time tackle, because if she'd have timed that wrong, it could have been bad news, but no, fantastic from her, so well done, Lucy. That's the kind of tackle I was talking about in the first half that I wanted to see.
Ball cleared back out to the edge of the box. Brady miscontrols it. Darcy Green hooks it clear. It'd been a sort of tackle you'd been very proud of, that, wouldn't it? I've seen you do many of them, by the way.
I was just about to say, I absolutely love a slide tackle. I mean, when you time it well, it's like a goal. It's like you scored a goal, but when you time it bad, it's not.
See, no one else says that apart from defenders. Here is Woodruff. She was offside. Can't play in Russo. There's another change coming for Leeds. Smith is going to ready herself. There's also a change getting ready for Stockport. Isha and Sangu is going to come on. Cass Smith for Leeds in the 10. She will replace Russo, which suggests there's a formation change coming for Leeds. A very hard-working shift from Jess Russo, which is something you will always be able to say about her.
Oh, she chases absolutely everything down, and you know, it's something that, you know, people look at goals scored and assists and things like that, but it's the players that do the work off the ball to create the spaces that deserve the credit as well. And you know, unfortunately, she's not got a goal today, but she's put a really good shift in for her team. And her hold-up play has been absolutely fantastic as well. She's been hacked down a couple of times because sometimes that's the only way to stop her. But yeah, a good shift from her today.
Drew Green going all the way on her own for now. Tried to play it into that corridor of uncertainty, making the keeper second guess, but just didn't get the curve on it she wanted.
Yeah, I think there's been a few times when you're in that position where you have to pull it back, and if you can't pull it back or there's nobody's there, just turn back round and just keep the ball and wait for support. There's been quite a few in the first half and in the second half where we've just hit the side netting and just not really wrapped our foot around it.
Smith will concede a throw. The change for Stockport was Nsanku for Cosmore. New ball needed at the Bannister Apprentice Stadium. So if you're just joining us, both goals coming in the first half for Leeds, 34th and 45th minutes. Both from Woodruff, second an absolute peach, by the way, if you can catch the replay. And the highlights later on. Certainly worth watching as Figueiredo gets forward. Only one thing in her mind as a deflection off Turner, wrong foot's leg, but she has enough time and space to get back. Smith just try to keep it from going out for a throw. Woodruff was trying to do the same, but it will go out on the far flank, and around 10 minutes left. Leeds just need to try and win this arm wrestle. Be a big confidence boost for them after a tough few weeks. Of course, they'll feel they should have already beaten Stockport this season. Dying seconds when Stockport got an equaliser.
So we've got a break from the league, haven't we, next week? Knaresborough in the County Cup, and then followed by a tough home game against Chorley. Obviously they're sat in third place at the moment.
Yeah, only 2 league games left.
Yeah.
Has gone very quick in that respect.
It has.
Big break over Christmas as per usual. Simpson.
There's been quite a few balls, haven't there, that have just rolled into her hands, which I'm sure she'll be thankful about.
Yeah, just nice and steady, isn't it? Afternoon for her so far, but still a job to do with reading the game. She's able to make simple interceptions on a few occasions because of her reading of the match, so long may that continue as Danby looking for Woodruff. Right from Guy, gets close to Figueiredo and gets involved and concedes a throw. Doesn't have to be pretty, does it, for 10 minutes, you know? You said it right at the start. This is a league that's incredibly tough to get out of. You have to win games very tough quite often.
Yeah, you do, and the room for error, let's say, is very small. I think you're mathematically, I think you're only allowed to lose a couple of games all season, which, you know, it's we've had a couple of disappointing results where, you know, on paper you'd have expected us to win. So it wasn't meant to be. So I think it's a case of rebuilding for next year. But like what you said at the start, just trying to finish as high as you possibly can and wearing the shirt with pride, and, you know, giving it your all, and, you know, trying to win these last couple of league games, and hopefully we'll get a bit of silverware in the County Cup this year.
Both on the line battle, doing all she can to get to the ball and just try and keep it in, which all she does is roll it into Simpson. Smith crossfield to Drew Green again. Any chance of crossfield ball, it has to be under hit because of the wind, because of the bounce. It's a foul throw. Ignored by the officials. Again, this game just ticking by. A little action second half. Scoreline is all that matters, of course. The ball had gone out of play and overrun by Jess Brady. She's just dropped into midfield, played up front for most of the game, but with the changes, she's dropped Lauren Figueredo and Battle to form a front two. Woodruff goes early towards Drew Green. Good touch to get away from trouble. Hughes again, right place, right time. There's Guy. Overhits the pass. Out of play for a throw.
Yeah, I think it's in these final moments, it's about keeping the ball now, isn't it? They can't score while we've got the ball, as silly as that sounds, but we've just got to...
Yes, break off, sorry, O'Brady, as Smith picked out Danby. Woodruff on her hat-trick, on her left foot. Good save by Heap. Best chance of the match, you feel, for Woodruff to go and get a third in this second half. She's had very little service. Can bring you back in, sorry.
No, you're absolutely right. She's not had as much service this half, but a couple of half chances, but good opportunity with a left foot there. But yeah, credit to the goalkeeper, Freya Heap. She's made some really good saves today. I can't see them scoring 3 goals to win this game now, so I know I shouldn't speak too soon, should I? But
what on earth are you doing? Darcy Bancroft comes on for Captain Kennedy Owen.
I'd just like us to see the game out in a professional manner. And if we get 1 or 2 chances, then brilliant.
Good header from Hughes. Cass Smith looking for Woodruff. Again, you can see the intention behind it.
Just remembered the save that the goalkeeper made in the first half from Jess Russo. That was a very good save, wasn't it, with the right hand?
Yeah, very good. You know, superb reactions. Darcy Green's just come off second best. I think she slipped as she's about to head the ball, and in heading it, I think it's hit her a bit lower down and maybe in the face. So she's in some discomfort. We'll get a break in play with the physios able to tend to her. It would appear that Darcy Green is not going to be able to continue. I mean, she's in good spirits, but physio decided that will be that after that head injury. So Sharon Jubral-Keating gets a few minutes of game time. But another big impact from Darcy Green. Both Green sisters this season have been really solid.
Yeah, they've been great additions to the team, and you know, over the years we've just lacked a little bit of quality in certain areas of the pitch, and I definitely think that, you know, they've brought a huge amount of potential to this team. And it's the first season, you know, when you look at some of these players in this team, you know, Lucy Turner and Shauna Legg, you know, there's been quite a lot of change. Obviously we've had injuries, players coming in and out, so I think, you know, it's a case of getting used to each other and gelling, and hopefully next season will be the one that gets us promoted, that is.
Ball behind for a goal kick. Second header, awkward bounce for Turner. Gets a head to it, but she's picked up a head injury in doing so. So we've got another stoppage. It's just added to the rather scrappy nature of this second half. She is going to require some treatment. And fingers crossed she's going to be able to carry on.
She She's a tough cookie, that one. I'm sure she'll be up on her feet in no time. Unless the physio says, stay down for a few more minutes. Run that clock down.
Yeah, with the physio on, she will need to leave the field of play.
I don't like that rule. I think this is why players, when they go down, they're almost calling at the physio to not come on the pitch, aren't they?
Yeah, it does get opinions firing, does the physio rule. Smith clears, will be a touch finder more than anything else, as Turner waits to be given permission. And there she is back out in defence. Play back into midfield for Stockport. Leg with a crucial interception. Stockport again just going through the motions. Doesn't seem to be much of a game plan behind their work at the minute. Another change coming. And Cooper Waldron will be told to come on for the final few moments. And replacement, Drew Green making way. Waldron her replacement. And again, a round of applause for another hard-working effort. And both Green sisters now off the pitch. All outfield players used in today's contest. Clears out for a throw.
Amy Woodruff threw her hands in the air then. I think she's thinking, I've got a couple of minutes to get this hat trick. I'm sure that'll be going through her head.
Turner to Smith. Walden tried to clear. Figueiredo's now gone down with a head injury, so we've had 3 in about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it just got a bit scrappy there from a Leeds point of view defensively, just short passes, not clearing the lines. That would have hurt though.
Yeah, with the physio on because of it, again, it's a head injury, so she will now make her way to the far side of the Ballet Apprentice Stadium pitch. Leeds wait to hear that full-time whistle. Hopefully another clean sheet in the bag. It will be 6 wins and 8 at home if that's the case. It'll be 4 clean sheets. So home comforts have been enjoyable. Guy just smashes it clear. These players are just trying to get the job done. There was a simple pass to Woodruff there that was ignored. Leeds just taking no chances in possession. Danby gets told she needs to get rid. Jubal Keating wasn't aware the pass was coming. If she had have been, there was a space there for a potential effort towards goal. Danby gets hold. Nice and composed back to Turner. Leg clears out for a throw. Leeds just gone to a back 4 for the last few stages, with Waldron going into left back. Dobson, Turner, legs shifted over to right back, so just try to shore things up is coach Simon Wood. Smith wants that ball to go out, isn't going to. Misjudged the situation. Stockport can try and punish them. They'll get a corner. Corner taken. Woodruff with a glancing header, but back into the danger zone. And more of a cushioned header forward from Stockport. Needed power behind it, and Cara Simpson just watches it past her post. The 2-0 scoreline remains intact. We've got a player that stood out for you today, Brady. You'd like to get player of the match?
Do you know what? I'm torn between Amy Woodruff and Ellie White, but I think I'd have to go with Amy Woodruff because that finish was top draw. But yeah, closely followed by Ellie, who had a big influence, in particular on that first half, which is where the game happened to be won. But I think a really good team performance. I think Simon will be really happy with the team. No real complaints at all. I think, you know, yeah, we were scrappy at times, but the conditions certainly didn't help, as you can see with both teams. But I think overall a good performance, good win, and most importantly a clean sheet as well. So yeah, big 3 points for the girls.
Easy catch again for Simpson.
I think the formation definitely helped today. I think we've been talking about it all season, haven't we, pretty much? But yeah, we've definitely been a bit more free-flowing and a bit more attacking today. Like I said, in particular the first half, that was impressed me the most today. But yeah, I think Simon's got it spot on today.
Woodruff just couldn't control possession. An awkward bounce for her. Dribble Keating cushions it back to Danby. Back to Woodruff. Chris Football this from Leeds. Danby back to Dribble Keating, the sub, looking for an avenue to find a way through. May have to go back here to Danby, which she does. Danby's ball in was relatively tame. Bit of hot potato from the goalkeeper, who clears. And there is the full-time whistle. So a very professional performance from Salmon's team, who continue this winning run at home and trying to do their best to climb the table, bridging the gap between themselves and Huddersfield and Chorley. As a 2-0 success will certainly do that. There's only 2 games left. Chorley on the 13th at home and the 27th away at York in the league. But for today, that's all from us. Full-time score at the Ballas Apprentice Stadium is Leeds United 2, Stockport 0, thanks to a brace from Amy Woodruff.
Big thank you to everybody for all your support again today, and hopefully we'll see you soon at our next game, which is Thursday, home to Knaresborough in the Cup, and then last game of it is 13th of April. Safe journey on everybody, and see you soon. Goal scorer for Leeds, number 14, Amy Woodruff.